Hello, hello. Happy Thursday.
Hey, hey.
What's up, guys? Happy Thursday.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is
Que bola
hablan. We keep forgetting the hablan
No. Forget, no. You guys keep on forgetting to bring your sweaters. I'm the only one wearing the sweaters.
It's
Oh,
sunny
sorry.
and 75.
I'll bring it next week for sure.
I'm actually kind of blending in with the
that's funny.
Anyways.
You guys don't get the joke. I do.
This is
Okay.
We kind of don't match today either. Like
Nope.
normally
No, we
it's
don't.
like
It's like
we look like shit today.
Yes.
We is too many people.
I concur, Selena.
is
I
it?
concur.
What is
I
this?
concur.
I'm wearing my Bad Bunny shirt from Backlash.
Okay.
I'm wearing like a Nike like
Pride shirt.
Pride shirt.
Something they should have worn for Alexa.
Is it really a pride shirt?
No.
huh?
Sure.
I'm wearing
Sure.
Sure.
There's a girl named Serena that used to work at the diner, a Happy Diner, and she was like, "I love your shirt. Can you give me your shirt?" And I go, "Yeah, next time, like I don't, I'll give it to you." So and she's gay, so maybe it is a pride shirt.
Well, now with the cloro, no
I
more
was
right
just
there.
going to say.
She's not gonna want it no more because that's cloro.
Well, maybe she can cut it. Maybe she can cut it. You know how
No,
you
she's
guys
just
cut
gonna
your
add
shirts?
more on it.
More cloro?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
like
style.
the
Tie dye.
high dye.
Tie dye.
That-
Not high dye. Tie dye.
That makes you high too when we scrub the bathroom and mix our chemicals.
I know. I said
Please
high.
do not talk about restrooms or anything to clean or anything today.
No, please
not today.
Yesterday we went on a cleaning spree, and I had Joaquin get rid of half his toys.
Nice.
You
took
spring
out, like-
cleaned yesterday?
Yeah,
Good.
for the summer.
I hate any toys.
Wow, tell us how you really feel. She's just like, I
I
hate
hate any
any
toys.
Dang. Do you hate Toy
Ooh,
Story?
If I step on one, ooh,
When I used to step on them, I threw them in the trash.
me too.
No remorse, no my baby's favorite toy. I don't give a shoot.
I can't
A la
see
basura.
something twice. If I see it again, then it's gone.
Same. Same.
That's how I feel about my husband.
But he keeps coming back.
I'm just kidding, but he keeps
Stay
coming
there.
back.
No, my kids were so organized with their toys, Legos, anything. I never really had to complain about toys.
Until my son came along.
Until Joaquin, yes. Joaquin is a mess with those toys.
That's terrible. All right, so what are we talking about today?
Terrible. We talk about wedding season's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-hoo. Though that's in June, so we're excited about that. Nobody's getting married, but
But we're gonna talk about it.
but we're gonna talk about it. Although we do have a quinceañera in June, so that's cool. But we'll talk about wedding season. So I wanted to know how everyone here got proposed to, and then how the wedding planning went along, just for fun. Just to talk about it.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Go, Yesenia.
Why
You
me?
go
No,
first.
let's go with Josephine first because
Okay,
Josephine's
let's
the
do
first.
Oh,
yes.
let's see who's been married the longest, Marina. Okay, go ahead.
Dang. She's like, let's go with Josephine first.
Well, because you guys just said
Because
go.
why? Because I'm the oldest one here?
Yeah.
Because I'm 45?
Yeah.
44.
Girl, I just say you were 42.
I know you did. I know you did. Okay.
I'm like super tall in this chair too.
You do. It's
Yeah,
your
'cause you
shirt.
can sleep leaning over.
It's your shirt.
It's my pride shirt.
Okay, get it together.
Go,
Nina,
okay.
go.
Okay, go for it.
So I got married when I was
Scratch. First, it was how did they propose to you?
No, first let's find out how long you've been married.
Oh, my bad.
okay. Well, let me. Wait, then you guys answer the question. You guys ask me the question, and then
All right,
I answer
all right.
because then I'm just gonna go on and on and on.
Okay,
On
good
and on
good
and
idea.
on and on.
So you have 5 questions.
Ooh, okay.
Go, Gabby.
Ready? How long have you been married, Josephine?
I've been married. I've been married for 22 years.
How did they propose to you? Or how did he propose to you?
Okay, so he was gonna move out of his parents' house to get his own apartment. So he's like, "Do you want to just move in with me?" And I said, "No, back up." I said, "No." I said, "When I leave my house, I want to leave my house married. I'm the last one. Like,
You want to
Me-
do it right.
not that I wanted to do it right, but because out of my friend group, growing up, I was the wild one supposedly because I like to dance.
Not supposed to be.
And I-
We're wild.
I started dancing going out very young. So all the moms of like my friends and stuff, they're like, "Oh my God, Pina's going to end up pregnant with 10 kids by the time she's 19 because I used to go party."
Yeah, but there's a difference between you being wild, like partying, and there's a difference between you being a hoe and sleeping with everybody.
Exactly. Yes. I was wild. I wasn't boy crazy. I was just wild.
hoe.
Well, you know, people.
good time.
Well, you know,
No,
how people
not a
are,
hoe, but I
especially-
mean, like, you know, sleeping around and then fuck, you're gonna mess around and
Yes.
that's it, you're
Yeah.
pregnant.
Yes,
And
especially
that
back
was
in the
always the
day.
assumption too, that was going to happen to you.
Yes.
because she was wild in the sense of like
Yes.
going out and partying.
Yes.
when the ones who weren't going out and partying were the ones
getting pregnant.
Getting pregnant.
Yes. So out of my friend group, I was a wild one because I was out there dancing and drinking at a young age. I understand. So it was like, okay, I was gonna end up pregnant with a bunch of kids, right? So I was like, you know what? No, I want to do it right. So then he was like, okay. So then he was like, I think like the following week we went to Robbins Brothers. We're not sponsored by them, but so we went there because he was going to school. He was in college and he was working part time. So he was like, well, you know, get whatever you can from here and see like, what do you like, whatever. So I think my ring was like $150. My engagement ring, yeah. So then he put it on his credit card, and then we came
His
home.
little card.
we came home, and then he told my mom and my dad that we were gonna get married. And then my dad was like, "Well, where's your dad and your mom? Like, why didn't you bring them?" And then he told my dad, "Well, I'm gonna marry her, not my parents. So it's just me right now." So I was like, "Okay." And then we got married by civil court, and then. How many years later did we get married by?
10.
10 years later, we got married by church. But that was my story. He wanted to move in together with me. And I said, no, we need to be married. And I do remember.
So he proposed to you at the parking lot of Robbins Brothers? Or where did he propose to you
Did
exactly?
he propose or he just gave you the ring like, what's up?
No, he proposed to me when he told my mom and my dad that we were going to get married. That's when he's like,
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah. He was like, here. So, yeah, so 10 years later.
So here, put it on.
Yes.
Did he get down on one knee?
No. No. And I do remember my mom telling me, if you're gonna do like his laundry, if you're gonna cook for him, then you know, be married. Why not be married? And you know, so that was it. So that was my story.
22 years later.
That was it.
Ándale.
It's serious on the bumper.
Siri said, ask away.
What year did you get married?
We got married December 31st, 1999. And you know what was so funny? That people that attended, because we did the civil ceremony and then we did a food at my suegro's house.
So I was
and then,
5 years old.
You were 5 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then people.
So you were there.
It's not
You were
about.
there.
It's not about you.
When did it turn into her?
It's not about you, Selena. It's not about you. No. So I remember people at the wedding, like at the little food that we had or whatever. People were leaving before 12 because it was the Y2K. Remember when the computers were gonna knock out the
Selena probably doesn't remember, but yes, it was
the
a
Y2K in 2000 that the computers were going to shut down. We were not going to have no light, no electricity.
Nothing.
So people were leaving before 12 because at 12 everything was going to die.
The hell?
And so everybody was when they turned 12, everybody was like Y2K, Y2K.
Nobody was partying like 1999. Poor Prince.
No, everybody was scared and everybody went home early.
Yeah. That was cool. That was cool. All right, who next?
How long have you been married?
I've been married 17 years.
Then you're next.
Then I'm next. Going on 18 in August.
Okay.
Okay, ask the question.
How did he propose to you?
So, I had a very bad hair day that day. You know how back in the day that flat irons weren't as cool as they
Did
are
you
now?
use a plancha?
I did. And I also used that flat iron that would pull our hair when it would pull it and then the metals would get stuck with our hair and then it would yank our little hairs out. Oh my God, I hated it. But my hair is so thick that it just took forever and I was like already hot and I couldn't stand it. So I was literally, my hair was like this. Like puffed out
Mufasa?
and long. Yeah. And I had long hair like to my lower back. So it was literally like whoosh and then down. And I was pissed because I was
And he still proposed?
seriously.
You're going down all the princesses. First it was Mulan and then
Then the little Asian man.
Okay.
And so then Victor was already mad because he's all like, I need you ready at this time. And I had no idea. And so then I was like, okay. So I was pissed because I was hot. Two, my hair was a hot mess. And I was like, and he's rushing me. So we get in the car and we're driving to the Queen Mary at Sir Winston's. We had eaten there before. So I was like, why are we going back there? Like, take me somewhere else. And he's like, this is where we're going to go. I was like, okay. So then we're driving.
Shut up.
We were driving over the bridge. We get to the restaurant and they seat us and stuff. And normally I sit facing the door. And this time he's like, you sit here and I'm going to sit over here. And I was like, okay.
Damn, he's real
He was
bossy.
mad. He was mad. And so I was like, okay, whatever. So we sit down and we're eating and I order my food and stuff. And then they would put your food and then lift up the dome. You know, like the little round thing. They would lift it up and the food would come and stuff. And so then it was dessert time. I ordered the dessert and then they brought out the thing, again, the platter, and then they lift up the dome. And I looked at him and I said, oh, hell no. No
Your
way.
ring was there?
My ring was there. And I was like, oh, hell no. And he's all like, what? And I was like, are you serious? My hair looks like a mess. And he's all like... I was like, oh, hell no. So I just kind of sat there and stared at it. And then I was just like looking at him. And I was like, he's like, so? And I was like, so what? Aren't you going to ask me? He's all like, so do you want to get married or what? And I was like, yes, okay. So I was like, yes.
He's bossy.
Then
You
he-
should have said no.
He busted a that one movie. ¿Quieres ser mi vato o
¿Quieres ser mi
qué?
vato o qué? And I was like, yes, sir, yes. I was like, yeah. And so he proposed like that. And it was actually homecoming for Alex and Meñito. And their homecoming was at the Queen Mary. So we ate dinner, whatever, and then we were walking around. And then as we were leaving, they were in line to get into their homecoming. And I saw my brother, and so I was like, oh my God. And so I told them, and they was like, oh my God. All their little friends were like, oh my God. And I was just like, okay, I don't know you
You're
guys.
like,
but
ew, get away from me.
So how long were you guys dating before he popped the question?
we were dating 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. Oh, you guys didn't ask me how long
yes,
we were
how long?
we were dating.
Oh, it's because it was only a 5-question limit.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, how long were you guys dating?
We were only dating for 6 months.
And
What
how long
the
before that was he stalking you?
He stalked me my whole life. No, it's because
Is it because?
okay, so my cuñada is Gabby's best friend from school, right?
Yeah.
You guys, they were best friends since when?
I would say maybe middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah.
So he would always tell Erba and Gabby like, "Oh, what's up with your aunt?" Right? So Gabby was like, "Ew," like,
Yes.
like no, whatever.
Ew.
He wasn't into him because one, he was skinny, right? Two, he was light skinned, and so then me, I've always been like, a little heavy right here in my hips. And I'm like, if we go somewhere and they try to kidnap me, like he can't stop them because I'm heavier than him.
You're gonna be the one pushing them out of the way.
I was heavier.
Tim McGraw's on Take the Girl. He would say,
Yes.
take the girl, take the girl.
So I was like, so no. And then second, he's light skinned. So I'm like, no, like I like dark. So I was like, ew, no.
I like dark.
I was like, ew, no. So
I like the dark meat.
You're so dumb. So we started dating in July, and then we were married December 31st.
So from July and on, you told him you got a tan. You took
You gotta get some weight.
We're at the beach.
I took him to the beach so you can get a little
You should've
roasted.
took him to a taco stand.
Wow. Yeah, so he was too light skinned.
Yeah,
I
he
like
was.
50 cents.
Yeah.
Like
50
that.
cents.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you, Josephine. I'm with you.
Like Tupac.
I like Tupac. He was too light for me and too skinny.
my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we were dating 4 years before we got married, and I remember telling him my older sister got married, and he was like, "Oh, we should get married, and how would our wedding be?" Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "You need to stop talking about weddings unless you're gonna ask. Ain't nobody have time to be imagining something that's not even gonna happen." And like maybe 3 months later,
Ain't nobody need no imaginary husband.
So where'd you get married at?
so we got married at the Petroleum at my home church, and then at the Petroleum, and then we originally were supposed to get married the weekend after we actually got married, but my brother was going to Chico State, so he was gonna leave the weekend of the wedding. So I was like, oh hell no, we can't get married that weekend because then my parents are gonna stay for my wedding. They're gonna go with my brother because that's how it
that's
is,
the
right,
one.
Norma?
And
That's
it's not
the one.
it's not like you don't have any siblings that can
Right,
attend.
it's not like I don't have 6 or 7 siblings to attend, but so I had to have a hardcore conversation with Victor, like, hey, we can't get married that weekend because
My brother.
my brother's leaving, and so and he wasn't happy about it. To this day, he's not happy about it. But we ended up choosing the 13th of August, and so that's when we got married. So oddly enough, towards the end of the wedding, the party, all his friends were there because they took it as a send off for Alex, and so they were all just partying.
It was a wedding and a go away
a
party.
go away party. So yeah, there was
The
a lot
same-
of people. I had like his friends that I
Well,
was just like,
I'm
oh.
sure it was the same ones that I'm sure it was the same ones that the remix. I've been hanging around Esteban too much remix.
Wow.
So I'm sure it was the friends that saw you at the creamery that you showed the ring. So
Probably,
they told
yeah,
Alex, hey,
probably.
we're invited to the wedding because she told us too.
Probably. But I
That's
didn't
funny.
tell my dad until he wasn't home. He was in Durango. So I didn't tell my dad until I went to go pick him up from TJ to come home.
So
That must have been a miserable ride home.
So this whole thing about like, oh, the guy asking for your hand in marriage to your parents didn't exist.
Well, yes, but I don't know. I think it's just like more depending on
The guy.
if they're
And
traditional
how,
or
yeah.
the girl or her family's traditional. But ain't nothing traditional about us over here.
No, I agree.
Well,
No,
no,
it
I think
depends.
it's my
It
brother.
depends.
I think my brother in his first marriage, he went.
He went to. Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
Him and my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
maybe
how it's supposed to be.
But maybe
no.
that's what she said. She said, "Oh, when we get married, this has to happen." And I didn't tell him like he has to ask my parents first.
I didn't tell him either. My sister did it that way too, but I didn't tell him either. And he's all like, "I'm not gonna ask your parents. You're the one that wants to marry me. Like you should be the one to say yes." And I was like, "Damn, what if I would have said like I would have said, did you ask my dad?" And he's all like, "That's not for me to ask him. If you want to marry me, you're gonna marry me whether you have permission or not." I was like, "Charlie."
Yeah, I guess it depends on the girl. If as a girl you want that, then you tell the guy, "Hey, when
Yeah.
we get married, then I would like for you to go ask my parents."
Yeah.
It all depends on
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to ask our people that question.
Oh.
Would you like?
Oh, would you like the traditional way where
Traditional
they
or-
ask your
or the
parents
gangster
first,
way?
the dad-
Okay, es que te roben.
Okay, es que te roben.
Yeah, we
No,
should
yeah.
ask that.
Yeah, no.
So how was your wedding?
My wedding was nice. We had some tamborazo type of deal. We found them at the Swami.
At the Swami where you go the wine tasting.
We went
or what?
wine tasting at the Swami, and I was like, "Oh, they sound good." We got their number, and we got them. And then my main focus was the food and the cake. I didn't care about anything else. My centerpieces were literally probably like 6 calla lilies and a water vase, and that was it. Like it was nothing like I could care about. It was like, whatever it is. But we had ribeye and chicken, and then my wedding cake was chocolate on chocolate. Chocolate cake, fudge, frosting was chocolate and everything.
Can we not talk about food?
We're hungry.
We are hungry. We are hungry.
No food and no cleaning. A zone.
Yeah, and Agustin was eating the cake. We did everything really quick. We didn't want to waste time on like people eat and then let's stop and then do this. We just did everything quickly. And Agustin was eating the cake. He's all like, a couple hours later, he's like, "Hey, when are you gonna cut the cake?" And I was like, "You didn't get cake?" He's all like, "Well, I don't know. They gave me some dessert. It was chocolate." And I was like, "Well, that was my cake." He's all like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, then I ate your cake." And I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
Funny.
So yeah, that was me.
Okay, so Yesenia's next.
No, not me. Selena.
Me. I'm next.
All right.
Oh,
Selena.
that's right.
How many years have you been married, Selena?
I am going on 7 years.
No touch.
Right.
Damn. Yes, I'm going on 7 years of marriage.
How long
on
were you guys
August
before?
14th. Huh?
How long were you guys together before?
We're together. We were together for a couple of months because we were together prior for a year and a half, and then we ended up breaking up. He moved out of state, and we lost contact. And then after a while, we started talking again, and then we started dating. We got back together, and then everything happened within a couple of months. Then he asked me to
Really?
marry him.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything happened really quick. So I think it was about like, I would say like 6 months that we were dating again.
Yeah.
And then he ended up asking me
So
to
he,
marry him.
so did he,
He
ask?
proposed.
So he didn't ask your parents.
No, he didn't. He actually, hold on, shut up.
Yesenia,
It's
quiet.
my story.
Mute her mic, Josephine. Mute her mic.
Shut off.
Let her talk. Let her talk.
Nah, it's okay. Okay, so yeah, we had went to Disneyland and on one of his trips back, and then we were walking, and then I like noticed we were getting closer like to the castle, and I have noticed that his hand was getting sweatier. Like you could feel
yeah,
it, and then
yeah.
you could feel him shaking.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell is wrong with this
But you
guy?
said he has to go bathroom.
So I was like, what's wrong with him? So then we were kind of standing in line, and he's like, oh, let's take a picture by the castle.
Yeah.
And then the guy was standing right there taking pictures. And then Yeah, and then after we were taking pictures, and then he got down on one knee and he
Oh,
proposed to me in
nice.
front of the castle. And then everybody around us was just clapping and everything. It was
Qué
kind of
dulce.
It was cute.
so romantic.
It is. And then we got our picture.
Sounds magical.
It is. It was a magical
The
thing.
magical
You were in the most magical place in the
Place,
world.
Yes, we're in the happiest place
So you guys
ever.
were together while he was gone. You guys started dating again while he was gone.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well-
because you said in one of his trips back.
Okay, well then we were dating for a while, and then he was still going out there, but he was
I
coming
see.
to see me like every other weekend or once a month.
Then he was driving 2 days to come and see you.
No, he actually was flying out here, and I would pick him up. I would pick him up from the airport, and so then,
Wow.
and then after my mom was like, "Oh, well, like you guys should, try dating a little bit here, how you guys are living together and stuff like that." But we were already engaged.
Okay.
So then he was living with us for a little bit, and then then he ended up moving down here for good.
Wow.
How long was he
Shut
living with you guys?
Not saying
How long was he living with you guys before you guys got married?
Because we were engaged for like a year. We were engaged for a year. The whole time that we
okay.
were
You guys
planning.
said- okay.
Yeah, the whole time we were planning our wedding, we were engaged.
Okay.
Yeah. So then after he proposed to me at Disneyland, then we went to go eat at Benihana's. So we took my parents to go eat, and then that's when. During the whole dinner, nobody said anything. I took off my ring. I took nothing. Nothing ever happened. Where it was just a regular dinner.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Miguel turned around and then he asked my mom and my dad that if he could marry me and stuff like that. And then he asked my parents for my hand in marriage, but he had already proposed to me.
Yeah.
So it didn't really
The
make sense.
audacity of our guys. Not
Yes.
even asking our parents.
No,
What if
prior to it.
What if
And
they
then
would have said no and then sent us off to
And then
Mexico?
my mom almost had a heart attack because she thought I was going to leave to Utah and she was never going to see me again. She was like, "Ay, no, Miguel, no te la puedes llevar," and all this other stuff. It was funny. And then,
And she cried there at the restaurant?
no, I think she wanted to throw up. She didn't even like her food after that.
That was
She
the
never
most.
went back to Benihana.
That had to be the most
Seriously.
expensive dinner for them at Benihana's that they didn't even touch. Martin
Seriously.
till this day hates Benihana.
I was just gonna say they have not gone back.
No, they haven't.
I'm dead serious. Like this is a very.
They didn't eat?
No, Martin said he was done. Like the minute he heard, he right.
Yeah.
Like he was
didn't-
done.
Yeah.
Because they thought you were going to go to Utah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Dijo, esta se me la van a
Se la
quitar,
va a llevar,
se la va a llevar and never
Because he
see
was
her
living
again.
there. Yeah. So there, he
So
was like, "No."
did
se
you
la va a
pack the
llevar.
food to go or you guys just left it?
He just left. And then the whole ride home, it was all dead and quiet. Like we're like,
So it was
"Oh,
awkward at the
shit."
dinner
It
and then
was
awkward on the way
home.
Oh my God, Selena.
Yeah.
But wait, when did your dad come to terms? Like, okay, this is gonna.
No, after my mom had asked us in the car, like, "Oh, ¿y qué van a hacer?
Yeah.
Like, se van a ir para allá o se van a
Yeah.
te vas a mover para acá and all this other stuff." And he was like, "No, I'm gonna move down here."
Entonces
And
ya le
then
dio
when
hambre.
your dad-
Ya le dio hambre.
Hasta el pedo se le salió a Martín ya.
Depending which way this goes, I'm gonna drive off the freeway or keep going home.
So once you guys got to almost home, your mom and your dad
was
said,
like,
"Vamos a los tacos." Ya tengo hambre.
¿Quién quiere las brisas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was funny though. Yeah. So then that's when my mom was like, "Okay, well then just come and move down here. You're more than welcome." Blah blah blah. And he moved here for a little bit, and then we planned our whole wedding. And then we ended up getting married on August 13th.
Your mom probably said, "I'll drive a U-Haul, go pick up your shit in Utah."
Wait, you and Gabby have the same anniversary?
Yes. Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Celebrated at her wedding.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a lot of fun.
So where was your wedding at?
So my wedding was in a ranch. No, that's another funny story. Sorry, my.
Oh my God, that's not funny.
I mean, it's not
no,
funny,
that's not
but
funny, but it's a story to
kinda
tell.
funny. It's a
from
story to tell.
her engagement all the way into her
my
wedding.
Bad.
Let me scoot over.
Okay.
No, not that one. Not that one. What's the other one? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we ended up finding a venue. It was like an outdoor ranch, and then it was out there in Corona. It was actually a really nice venue, and
Beautiful.
then we had the capilla right next to like in the same place where we got married. So it was like a byeee. We ended up getting married there, and then everybody was, you know, getting settled in and on the other side of the thing of the venue. And it was actually a really nice outdoor.
It was beautiful
venue.
Yeah,
it was really
hot.
really nice. It was really hot. It was in Corona.
Yeah.
And then I heard the drive back home was bad
Yeah,
because they
because the
closed
91. Yeah, the
freeways.
91 was
You
closed.
didn't get a hotel?
No,
I
on
did.
some people.
Oh, I did,
Yeah.
I got
That
a
was another bad experience too from that hotel.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I don't
Yeah.
even remember.
Let's throw this away.
No.
I know, for real.
From
So then-
no.
Hold on. So then when I ended up getting married, everything was so cool. Like Yesenia got high.
That was the day before.
That was the day before, but she thought she wasn't gonna make it to my wedding.
No, I survived.
And then so
I was there.
The venue, there's actually a little house where the owner lived, and
Yeah.
nobody told me, but the owner had passed away the same day I got married.
Yep.
Yes, the wedding planner was like, "Oh, as soon as what time are you guys almost gonna go in or something?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're already like going over to like the part where they were gonna do the
Reception.
little reception." And he's like, "Oh, okay, because they're here for the body." And I was like, "We're like,
Would you say what body?
Well, there was yellow tape, and I was like, well, the yellow tape is maybe for us people, the guests,
Yes.
not to go that way. So I was like,
I didn't even notice
that's
the
kind
yellow
of
tape.
smart. But
Yeah.
then I thought, well, that's kind of smart. But then I thought, why would they just put yellow tape? Like, that's kind of tacky if they have weddings all the time. I'd probably invest in something like a rope or
nice,
something
yeah.
nice thing. But I was like, oh, interesting, yellow tape. I thought that. But then come to find out that poor man was just laying there.
Yeah.
passed away," and they were just waiting for it to start to pull the body out.
Isn't that wild?
And I wasn't aware of any of it until like the next day that
Yeah.
they told me that, oh, like, how was it? Blah, blah, blah. Like, because of the dead body and
Yeah.
this and that. And I was like, oh, I didn't know anything of
You
it.
could have gotten a full ass refund back, and
And my
For your
dumbass,
trauma.
Dumbass over there,
vendiendo helados.
I would have been like, I cannot do this right now with this going on. Give my money back.
Yeah, and then the whole time that my wedding was going on, I was at the bar the whole time, and everybody was trying to find me, and I was just chilling at the bar.
Just chilling like a villain. It was
Yeah,
a beautiful
and then
wedding.
it was funny because then I remember I got drunk, and then the only thing I remember is telling Miguel, pull over. We're like driving on the freeway, and I was like, I can't breathe. Take off my dress. And he pulled off on the freeway, and he went on my side. He put down my seat, and he took off my dress.
Oh my
And then we
God.
drove back to the hotel, but we stopped at In-N-Out before.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Did
then,
you stop anywhere to eat after your wedding? Oh no, there was food. Yeah,
No,
you're right.
no.
There was food. We went to Taco Bell.
After your wedding?
After my wedding, we
That's
went
funny.
to Taco Bell, and then from there, we already had our little apartment, so we went to Taco Bell, and then we went to our apartment. And yeah, I was too like, take this shit off my body.
Yeah,
Like,
I
gotta
was
get out of
over it. Yeah, and we went to In-N-Out, and then it was after that it was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and now almost 7 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
I was turning 22 when I was gonna when I got married.
So young. Josephine, how old were you?
I was 19?
Damn.
No, 20?
Oh,
20?
no, 20.
Yeah, 20.
If you're 44 now, how many years later?
22?
We were 12. I'm just joking. Wow. How old? 22?
She was 22.
22.
22 and 22 is 44.
Yeah, 22.
I wasn't 22 when I got married.
Are you sure?
No,
let me
I
tell
was
you.
21 when I had
18,
Sebas.
19, you were 20.
I was 20. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what I,
I was
said.
18.
20. That's what I said. 20.
Yeah,
Because I had
Oh.
Sebas at 21.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
20.
was 18, she was 20, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, yeah. That concludes my wedding, guys.
You guys had a really nice venue. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved the venue,
really
yes.
nice.
Wait, back up. No, I've been married 23 years.
Oh, Dios mío.
Oh my God.
No, yeah, wait.
Your time is up.
Wait.
Yes,
Yeah, you know what? No,
This was 2 people ago. Get it together.
no, you know what? It's 23 because every year that we celebrate the new year, that's the year that we've been married. So yeah, so 23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
23.
23.
Okay. Get your ducks in a row.
Okay.
Get it together.
We'll come back with an update on that.
Okay.
Okay, you said yeah.
Okay, sister.
How long have you been married?
I've been married for
3 years.
3 years.
Okay.
For 3 years. We got married during COVID,
Yes.
2020, July 31st, 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Clap.
And I got married at the age of
30.
32.
32.
I'm
35?
35. So y'all got married real young. Y'all didn't
Cálmate,
wait.
cálmate.
Y'all did not live your life. Y'all got married too early.
What did you do?
20s.
What did
Come
you do
on.
your whole life before you got married? That sounds intriguing.
Yeah, what
Tell
did
me
you
all
do
about
before?
it.
What you do your whole life before you met
I
Mike?
know,
Well, I
because-
traveled.
Okay.
I studied, I traveled.
I went to college. I got a degree on this and this and that.
She went
I got
overseas.
I got my master's. I
Too many
went
degrees.
Then I went back 4 other years.
Oh wow!
And she went overseas,
Thank
and she did
She studied in Rome and Italy.
yeah, and then she went to Africa, and she was part of the humanitarian program in Africa.
Y'all just made me sound
You
and
were
look
feeding
real
the hungry.
good.
She was fixing water
Doctors-
problems over there.
No, she's Doctors Without Borders
Wow.
She opened up her clinic.
Oh my God.
in
she's
Africa.
It's preschool with no walls.
Africa.
Okay. Anyways,
so
like I was saying.
how long were you dating Mike before he proposed? You got married at 32.
We got married at 32 and we started dating when I was 16 years old.
Dang, that was a long engagement. One might say the longest engagement
He supported
ever.
you through all this adventurous lifestyle you had.
We were dating. I was 16 years old when I started dating him. We worked together. And then that's how we started talking or whatever.
We get high.
Oh yeah, you guys got high together.
Yes. And then we were together for a little bit and then we broke up for like a few months and then we got back together
I love how you were together for a little bit and
little
then broke
bit.
up for a few months.
for a few.
A little and months. How many? 24 months? 18 months?
Oh my God. And then when we got back together, I was 20 years old when I had Julian, my oldest. We were not married. We did everything backwards. Well, you guys were saying que ay que va a pedirle la mano y que me robó and all this shit.
A ti sí te
robaron.
No, te llevaron.
Te robaron algo más.
Ay, que me salvé o me guardé hasta el día de mi boda.
No, pues, wow. Nobody said none of that. Nobody said none of that.
That's what you guys sounded like.
Nobody said we're the Guadalupanas up in here.
My goal.
That's what you guys sounded like. Oh, whoa.
Well, if he wanted some, he need to get married.
We had to get married to get some.
No.
She said, "I'm
no.
gonna test drive the car before I buy it."
I had a full ass test.
You had a whole
ride. No, yeah. So we had Julian when I was 20 years old, and then after Julian, we actually. Wait, did he propose to me then?
He proposed to you
No,
after.
he proposed to me after.
Multiple times or just the one time?
No,
He proposed to her one time
he proposed to me once.
Oh, okay.
on Christmas,
On Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, everybody was at the house. And
like 10 years ago.
yeah, like 10 years ago. He proposed and then...
That's why I asked twice, because I mean,
yeah, no. He proposed then and then in front of all the family. I don't know who was there. I don't remember. And then that was it. We were just engaged for like a really long time. And then...
while she traveled,
I traveled the world still. And then from there... what did we do? That was it. We got our home because he was like, "What do you want to get a home or do you want to get married?"
What did we do? You 2 more?
No, that was after the
Pues
home.
por eso.
That was
After the house. So then is when I had my other 2. 6 years later.
Oh, yes.
6 years later,
So he proposed to you when you only had Julian.
Yes, he proposed to me when I only had Julian, and then we got our home, and then 6 years later, we had Moises.
Yes.
And then a year and a half later, I got pregnant again.
You got your shit twisted. Because he
Otra,
proposed
otra.
to you already in your home. He
Right.
proposed to you at your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had a Moy.
No,
Yes.
you didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, whose story is this? Everybody's or Yesenia's?
Are
Thank
you
you, Pina.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was proposed. She bought her home
Yes.
and then was proposed to on Christmas Day.
Yes. So I bought my home that year. And then he
Oh,
proposed to
got
me.
it, got
Okay,
it.
so I bought my home in June.
You know what? I'm tripping on some crack.
Y'all both tripping on some good crack.
For some odd reason, I thought you just got a.
Wow.
Okay.
And she got
then-
no.
Okay,
So
Sorry.
then
I got my home in June.
be
He
quiet.
proposed to me in December.
Yes.
Julian was already with me and my proposal in my home. Okay.
Keep on
Julian was
Tight on
already
your back.
here.
Tight on your back.
Okay.
So then you had the 2 kids.
So then
after.
then I had the 2 kids after, and we still didn't get married. We're still engaged. And then blah, 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 years passed, more years passed, and then a couple more years passed. And then finally during COVID, we were like, okay, something happens, whatever, like you got no fucking insurance. And here I am with insurance. We didn't do it for insurance purposes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, they
No,
did.
we didn't.
I did too. I need to get my teeth fixed.
So then he's like, okay, let's get married. So then we got married July 31st of 2020.
Also in a beautiful venue.
Very beautiful venue.
I was
Also in
outdoors,
the
too.
Oh, you know
outdoors,
what?
yes.
Is that your venue? Have you guys seen the show The Mayans? The motorcycle
No.
club? No.
I've heard of it and seen a
Yeah.
couple, but no.
They filmed
gorgeous.
actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got married in Silmar, whatever.
Silmar.
By my
Cálmate, Pina.
Silmar.
Silmar, allá en Silmar.
Allá en el
Silver
valley.
Lake.
In Silver Lake, I heard that's a beautiful town.
Oh my goodness. So during
African
COVID,
Silmar.
oh my god, during COVID, well, our dream was to get married at Port Car Restaurant because that's where we met, but it didn't go that route. So our closest thing was the Reef, and then he's like, "Oh, we only have July 24th available," and he's like, "You ain't fucking on my birthday." So I was like, "Okay, we're not gonna get married on your birthday." So then our friend owns Middle Ranch, and he said, "You guys can come do it at my place." And no matter what, it will not get shut down. Like during COVID, we know things were getting shut down or whatever. He's like, here, you guys are going to be good.
Good, yeah.
So we're like, okay, let's just do that. So that's what we did. We went that route. And then we got married January 13th, first, civil, through the court.
Okay.
And then through the church and stuff, we got married in July.
Did you have invitations?
No, it was the knot. It was on the
Oh,
website.
that's right. That's right. That's right. You're right. You're right.
I didn't want my picture hanging on your fridge.
But we like that. That's decor, home decor.
No. The only
that's just
thing
With all your children
that's
from
more
different
junk.
countries.
The only thing I have is probably Dalia, Bina, Junior and Joe, and our friend Christy from baseball, all their Christmas cards.
Yeah.
And I have them on my tree. And I still have.
Yeah.
I do. That I won't throw away. I still have them. Other than that, anything else, if your invitations comes, whatever, like,
It's trash.
it's trash.
and
put it on
it's
my
true.
phone.
And she's not lying.
I'm not lying.
Because she'll text like to the group chat. When is
is
the
this?
party? And what time does it start? Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's what she does. It is true. Selena, did you have invitations? Paper invitations?
I did. I had paper invitations, and then it had like a bunch of cutouts of
Oh,
like
you know who
the
made that?
tree.
That's true.
Renee's friend,
That's true.
Yeah.
You did.
his friend's wife, she made them, and they were beautiful.
They were so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
And another fun fact: Selena's guy from Elegancia, he did her planner.
My wedding
Also
planner.
mine.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did
was
you
crazy.
Did you have invitations?
We had paper invitations and we made them ourselves. This was pre-cricket, so we made them ourselves. Cutting invitations and gluing them together and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we had pre-cricket.
So you had arts and crafts
and we
before
did.
your wedding.
Yes, we did, and it was a hot
We
mess
actually-
and a hell.
We actually did a lot of our own arts and crafts too.
For your wedding?
You
Yeah.
did. Yes.
Oh, can I tell you guys a funny story?
Yes.
Why
do
it's not
tell.
funny?
Well,
but
before
I was
you tell
actually
your
okay.
story, I had invitations too. I made them myself
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It was the,
it was pre-cricket.
remember it was
I
the
like
Dodger
the
one?
Dodger one with
Yes.
the bobblehead.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
a cute one.
That was a
Okay.
picture, Josephine. You just printed them out at CVS.
I just went to Target, put a picture.
No, but it
Okay.
was true. But it was true.
Wait.
But wait, really quick, for your 1999 wedding, did you have invitations?
Yeah,
or
I had invitation. I made them. It was that that clear paper, the
see-through.
see-through
Thing, the message in a bottle.
yeah. It was and then I rolled them up and I just put like a little bow on them.
Oh yeah, and then we had to go like that. Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Go on, Selena.
Okay, so we did a lot of DIY projects for our wedding, and then Myra obviously owned the cricket.
DIY?
DIY. Do it yourself.
Why couldn't you just say do it yourself?
Because
DIY is cooler.
DIY is better. Anyways,
FYI.
FYI.
FYI, DIY is better.
FML.
LOL.
I'm dead.
Okay.
Go on, Selena.
So then we did a lot of DIY projects, and then we always would go to Myra's house to go do them, right? So it was, 2 days before my wedding? And I was driving to Myra's house.
You were sending invitations 2 days before your
no,
wedding?
listen
her
to what I'm saying. My
DIY.
DIYs. Get it together. OMG. Okay, so then I was driving to Myra's house to finish like Here Comes the Bride. And I turned the corner.
You should not be talking about this, bro.
No, say it. She already.
No, I'll just stay quiet.
Selena, something that you would do differently at your wedding.
Something that I would do differently at my wedding?
Or you could have done without.
Well, that's a good question. I think something different that I would have done at my wedding would probably be, I don't know. I think my wedding was fine. Like everything came perfect.
Yeah. And I think for yours, it was, at least for the family, I would like to think it was more of a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Because you were the first to have, like, the little kids in the wagon. You were the first to
outdoor.
have the signs,
The
the outdoor stuff. And so I think that was, like, super cool. I would have never.
Yeah. I know, and I liked it, and I think what I would have done different was probably married through church instead of civil. But I think even at that, I included everybody. Shut up! I included everybody that
Why do you guys not let me be myself?
I want
Because your shirt. Because your shirt. Because your
You
shirt.
guys don't let me live my life.
You guys have told her to shut up 10 times.
Yes.
10 times.
They don't.
I
they
have it.
don't-
Not me.
No.
Do you see that they do not? I
No.
don't even say anything with my
It's your
face.
face that goes like this. You're not like, you're like, you literally go like this. I'm gonna say something.
They don't let me live my life.
Okay, but I mean, I included everybody that I wanted to include, and I did cute little things. Like we had a tree that signified like,
Oh God, where's the fucking tree at?
right there in my house.
Okay,
Is it
growing?
displayed?
Huh?
Is it growing at least? Or
Wait,
that
is
shit's
it a real
dead?
tree? It's a real
That
tree?
shit's
Oh.
dead with
Real
everything else that was dead
Shut up.
in your wedding.
Okay. Anyways,
So the
I
tree
wouldn't
is
have done
growing.
anything.
The tree is growing. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta take a picture of that because I don't
Okay.
believe that for some odd reason.
Okay. So another thing, and then you answer, Selena. Did he get your ring size correct?
Yes, because he
good
had
question.
asked me. He was dropping he was dropping little hints. He was asking questions here and there. And then he got me a ring, and then he was like, this is not the ring that I want to get married in. So then after he got me the ring, he proposed, and then we went back to Utah.
Okay.
And then we went to the place to get the ring.
And she lost that ring.
Shut up, it's my story.
It's because everything was wrong. Now that I think about it, everything has been so wrong.
There's just red flags everywhere.
That shit's more than red. That flag was fucking like my shirt.
She had all the colors.
She had all the colors, including the bleach.
She had them people at the ones that flag in the airplanes at the thing.
Your wedding thing is giving me anxiety now.
Wait, so then we went, got a ring, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We came back home. We weren't even done paying off that ring while he wasn't. And then I gave it to him because I was going to go to work. And I was like, here, put it on. Like, can you put it away? Because at work, I couldn't have any rings. He was like, yeah, I'll put it away. So he put it on his pinky and he went about his day. And then when I got home the next day, I was like, my ring is not in the box. Like, where'd you put it at? He was like, oh, shit. And then he went crazy looking for the ring. Really? And it was just gone.
Send us your location.
The ring was just completely gone. He lost a ring. And so then we had, for our engagement pictures, we actually went to Pandora, bought a ring, and then that's the ring that we took our engagement pictures with. Oh, and we took them at Disneyland, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Our engagement pictures. And then
Wait, which one's that? Oh no, it's probably like a maternity one at the beach. Why do I?
that was my maternity
Oh,
one. Okay, so then so then went to Pandora, got a ring, took the pictures, whatever, blah blah blah. And then months before we were gonna get married, no, I think that same month because we went back to in June, July, August. Yeah, in June we went back to Utah to the same store, and we got a whole new set of rings.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yeah. Wow. So then he had to pay off that new set of rings and the one that he lost. and the one that he lost.
Wow.
Victor,
Yeah.
we went to Acapulco.
Let
Sorry.
her.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. What would you do different? Fast. Don't give us 20-minute story. Like
I wouldn't do anything different because during COVID, everybody wanted to be out. Everybody wanted to do this, that, whatever. And that was the best thing that probably happened to all of us.
The wedding.
The wedding,
That was
honestly.
the party.
Like I think we all, everybody was happy and glad to be out.
Dressed
That was it.
up and
My
everything.
dress, I fell in love with it the first time I put it on. It was the first dress I tried on, actually, and that was it. I wouldn't have changed anything. I had a wedding planner. Mike was the one that was bridezilla. I wasn't. I was chilling, like straight chilling.
Did he get your ring size correct?
Yeah, he did because he got my ring size correct because
He was dropping hints left and right.
no, they actually when they went to go buy it, him and Julian went. They took one of my other rings that I had.
Oh, okay. Smart.
So
Smart.
they got it. They had it right.
Nice.
Fabulous. Fabulous. You?
Nice. The only thing I think I would have done different is the color of my dress. I really wanted a black dress.
Damn, I see black dresses now, and I'm like, damn.
No,
they're like
and then
beautiful.
I brought it up to like I think to one of my sisters or to like my sisters, and they're like, no, like no te van a dejar entrar a la iglesia con vestido negro.
that
and
should have been
this and
Selena.
that.
Should have got married in a black.
Shut up.
So that's. I mean, I won.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, they
so
told
why
me,
didn't
my mom
you
and my
just-
sisters.
Yeah, I mean, it's never too late. How old are you? 25 years? You could do it at 25 years.
Well, maybe.
Get married in black.
With the full
All
ass
black?
black dress.
Yeah, that's the only thing. They were like, el padre no te va a casar si lo tienes negro, que porque nunca han llevado a nadie en negro, que no sé qué. So I didn't even push the color anymore.
Gabby?
No, he did not get my ring size right. Mine was too big. I guess the weekend before he was going to propose, we had gone to eat at Acapulco's, and he was like, oh, how do you like, she's not my comadre's ring and this and that. And I was like, oh, her ring is beautiful because she has like the 3 before, present, after, whatever the 3 one called. And I was like, oh, it's a beautiful ring. I said, but I wouldn't want it for me. And he was like, oh, okay, And then he's like, well, that's cool, whatever. And then we just stopped talking about rings. He had to go back to Robin's Brothers to return my ring because he had purchased the one with the 3. Because I had commented to my comadre, like, oh, I love your ring, but
So
it was
he
not
thought
for
you
me. So he
liked it.
thought I would like it for me. And I was like, oh, no, that's not for me. Like, no, that's not for me. So he had to take it back. But he didn't get my ring size. I literally just got my ring sized maybe
100 years later?
maybe 2 years ago. And it would fall. So whenever we would go out to parties,
Okay, time out before it will fall. Do you take your ring off? You
I
don't
never wear it. No,
So what the fuck was the waste of buying it?
because he bought it. I never asked for one.
So you would have, he said, you want to marry me? You would have been like, oh, sí,
Yeah,
claro,
yeah.
without a ring?
That
Yeah,
ring.
because it
Then
wasn't.
it should have been, I'm not even going to say nothing there.
Say
Yeah.
it, say
no,
it,
No, no,
say
no,
it.
no, it's not appropriate.
Say it with your chest.
No,
Say
no,
it
no,
with your chest and your chest hairs.
Because somebody got proposed from our family members when they were little from one of the little rings from the corner store.
Myra.
Right? So I was just gonna say Victor could have just bought you a fucking little anillito like that.
Yes. I needed his health insurance. Didn't you guys hear me?
I do not. I don't take my ring off, like no matter what.
No, I never wear mine. I wear mine on special occasions like to bautizos, weddings, quinceañeras. I'll wear mine.
So Monday
but
to Friday. It's
Monday, like no, and he doesn't wear his either. One because of his job, like he's a labor guy, so he wouldn't wear it. So now he's wearing it more. But you guys will always see me without my ring unless it's like a special occasion and stuff like that. But other than that, although I think he looks
don't
very
wear your ring
handsome
either,
with his
huh?
ring on.
What's your excuse?
I go to the gym.
No, I don't really
um,
have. Mine was just big, and so I would literally just be like, oh, and the
And
thing
it
would go,
flies.
choo-choo, like that. So I wouldn't wear it. But
So-
now that it's size, I still don't wear it.
So I don't wear it because when I lift weights, last time I cut my finger because of the thing, and then I realized that it was getting bent, the actual ring.
Oh, yeah.
From
Yeah, yeah.
from all the weightlifting that I was doing. So
I have those
took it
rubber
off.
ones.
I
You
know.
don't-
So we ordered some because he lost his ring. It's a hot
y'all
mess.
mess with your ring.
Y'all messy.
with our
Y'all
ring.
messy.
we had to size my ring down twice because I think at first he got a 5 and then he got a 3 and I'm a 2.5.
That should look like a toe ring.
That should look like my
Yes,
pinky
it's
ring on
hella
my
tiny.
toe.
It looks like a doll ring.
Yeah, it's small because the ring is like, like you can. No,
Yeah, it's a 2.5.
ring size. Yeah.
That's funny.
Dang.
All right. Well, it was nice to hear about your guys' weddings. Échenle ganas
Yes,
still at
you
your
too.
fucking marriage. Whatever.
Yes, it doesn't
10,
matter.
15, whatever years
Yeah.
you
It
have.
does. Yes, it doesn't matter. You don't have to get married first and then kids. No, however you feel like it's everybody is
you.
different. Whatever works for you.
Works for you. Doesn't
Yes.
matter. Whatever works
No.
for your parents, whatever works for your kids, whatever works for whatever, get whatever.
Lo que usted, whatever you
Whatever.
feel, whatever your heart feels, that's what you do.
Yep.
That's
Gabby
what you
don't
do.
wear a ring. Selena doesn't either. Pina and I do. I mean,
Whatever
doesn't make
works.
a difference.
Whatever
I'm
works.
just saying, cada quien, you know.
Yes.
My man doesn't wear a ring either.
No?
No, he doesn't wear a ring.
Not
He-
even like on special occasions.
No,
like
no,
me.
no, he does. Like if he gets home right now and then say we're gonna go somewhere,
Somewhere,
or something, he'll put it on. Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
to work, he doesn't wear a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, Victor looks hella handsome with his ring on.
Yeah.
I think it's sexy, but for me, it's like, eh. So yes, I would have told you yes without a ring. But you can't take it back. And no, I don't want a
Victor
bigger
go pawn that
diamond. I've never been like, oh, every 5 years upgrade my diamond. Nah, I'm not. Why? Like for me, it's not, big deal. But it's cool.
That's good.
I like my ring.
All right, well, everybody, you can tell us what you guys think about
Yeah.
marriage stuff or whatever questions or whatever
No,
inspires.
tell us like
Tiffany, whatever.
should they ask your parents before they propose, or it's like old school traditional?
Or would you still
Mexican?
have married after all the fucking 100 color flags?
There are the red flags like Selena?
Like Selena's flags?
Oh my god.
That's a hot ass man. That is so bad to do.
Count my flag.
Through and through, Selena.
We
through and
can't.
through.
We lost track of your phone.
my
You guys
flag.
didn't even let me talk. Damn. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.